For most people, going to the bathroom should be the simplest thing in the world. You sit, you go, you move on with your day. But for millions of Americans, that everyday act is a quiet source of dread, a sting, a burn, a pulse of pressure that turns a natural function into a private battle. If you've ever felt that moment when you sit down and pray it doesn't hurt, you're not alone. Hemorrhoids affect nearly 3 out of 4 adults in the United States at some point in their lives, yet we almost never talk about them. It's a silent epidemic hidden behind closed doors, whispered in pharmacy aisles, or masked by over-the-counter creams that promise quick relief but never address the real problem. People change the way they sit. They change what they eat. They even avoid travel or social events, all to escape that pain. But deep down, most have no idea what's actually happening inside their body. And here's the truth. Hemorrhoids aren't random. They're not bad luck, and they're not just something that comes with age. They're the body's way of signaling that something deeper is off balance, something you can fix once you understand what's causing it. Picture this: a woman in her 40s, sitting at her desk for 8 hours straight, surviving on coffee and energy bars. A man in his 50s, trying to stay fit but lifting weights that push his body and his veins beyond their limit. A young mother rushing through meals, eating standing up, too busy to sit and rest. Different lives, same hidden struggle, and none of them realize that the answer could start with something as simple as what's on their plate. The truth is, your digestive system is incredibly sensitive. Every bite you take, every sip you drink, every choice you make throughout the day influences how smoothly things move inside you. When the balance tips, too much processed food, not enough water, too little movement, pressure builds, inflammation spreads, and those delicate veins in your lower rectum start to swell. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds quietly, over months or even years, until suddenly you feel it every single time you sit down. But what if healing didn't require creams, suppositories, or surgery? What if your body could calm the inflammation naturally, rebuild the tissue, and restore balance simply through the foods you choose? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. 8 natural foods backed by science and centuries of tradition that help your body heal from the inside out. Foods that reduce inflammation, strengthen blood vessels, and make going to the bathroom finally feel normal again. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn how nature's simplest ingredients, the ones you can find in any grocery store, can become your body's best medicine. You'll also understand why some popular healthy habits might actually be making your hemorrhoids worse, and what small daily shifts can completely change the way your digestive system works. This isn't a crash diet, and it's not about eating less. It's about eating smarter, in a way that supports your gut, your circulation, and your peace of mind. So take a deep breath, let go of the shame, and get ready to discover what your body has been trying to tell you all along. Healing is not only possible, it's within your reach, one meal at a time. To truly understand how to heal, we first need to understand what's happening beneath the surface. Hemorrhoids are not a disease, they are a symptom. A message from your body that your circulation and digestion are under stress. Imagine your veins as tiny, flexible tubes that carry blood in a perfect rhythm. When everything is balanced, hydration, fiber, and blood flow, these veins stay strong and elastic. But when you sit for long periods, eat low-fiber foods, or strain during bowel movements, the pressure builds. Blood starts pooling in those delicate vessels around the rectum, stretching their walls until they bulge. Now add inflammation to the picture, the silent fire that modern life keeps alive. Stress, processed foods, caffeine, alcohol, lack of sleep, they all fuel this fire. When the body stays inflamed, the veins can't repair themselves. They remain swollen, irritated, and painful. The solution, therefore, isn't just treating the outside, it's calming the fire from within. That's where food becomes your most powerful medicine. Every ingredient you choose either feeds the inflammation or fights it. And there are certain foods that do much more than just help digestion. They work on a deeper level, soothing the intestinal lining, improving circulation, and nourishing the veins themselves. One of the most powerful allies you can have is papaya. Sweet, vibrant, and full of natural enzymes, papaya acts like a gentle massage for your digestive system. Its enzymes, papain and chymopapain, break down proteins that can irritate the gut lining. They ease bloating, reduce inflammation, and make elimination smoother. In tropical regions, papaya is not considered dessert. It's considered therapy. Starting your day with a few slices of fresh papaya or a small smoothie made from its pulp can transform your digestion within days. It's the kind of simple habit that quietly rebuilds balance over time. Another humble yet powerful food is oatmeal, not the sugary instant packets but real slow-cooked oats. Oats are rich in soluble fiber, which absorbs water and turns into a soft gel that keeps stools hydrated and easy to pass. This means no straining, no pressure, no pain. But there's more. Oats also feed the good bacteria in your gut, which in turn strengthen the intestinal wall and reduce inflammation from the inside. That's why cultures around the world have relied on porridge as a healing food for centuries. In the United States, where the pace of life is fast and meals are rushed, taking 10 minutes to prepare a warm bowl of oats in the morning might feel like a small act. But it's an act of deep care for your body. Now let's talk about berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, those small bursts of color that nature designed as antioxidants. What makes them special isn't just their sweetness, but their power to repair. The pigments that give them color, called anthocyanins, strengthen blood vessels and improve circulation. They literally make your veins more resilient. For someone suffering from hemorrhoids, that's not just helpful, it's essential. Adding a handful of fresh berries to your breakfast or your snacks throughout the day can make a visible difference over time. It's the kind of simple choice that feels effortless, but rewires your body's healing mechanisms. But the real magic happens when you combine these foods. Imagine a breakfast bowl made of warm oats topped with papaya chunks and a handful of berries. It's not just beautiful, it's medicinal. The oats soften the passage, the papaya calms the inflammation, and the berries strengthen the veins. Together, they create a symphony of healing, a meal that doesn't just feed you, but restores you. And this is where many people make their first mistake. They look for quick fixes instead of consistency. A single superfood won't heal hemorrhoids overnight, but a series of conscious choices, repeated daily, creates the environment your body needs to recover naturally. It's the small, consistent changes that matter most, the kind of changes that don't demand perfection, just awareness. Another unsung hero of digestive health is sweet potato. Rich in complex carbohydrates, fiber, and beta-carotene, it helps regulate bowel movements and reduce oxidative stress. When roasted or steamed, it becomes soft, gentle, and incredibly soothing to the gut. It's one of those foods that seems to calm everything down, from your stomach to your mood. The natural sugars in sweet potato release slowly, keeping your blood sugar steady, and the fiber keeps your intestines active without irritation. In many traditional diets, sweet potatoes are a cornerstone of longevity and balance, not just comfort. So far, we've seen how these foods can soothe, strengthen, and balance your system. But we're only halfway through the story, because while calming inflammation and easing digestion is vital, true healing also requires rebuilding, regenerating tissue, repairing the vein walls, and giving your body the materials it needs to stay strong long-term. That's what we'll explore next. How collagen, hydration, and certain fats work together to restore what's been damaged, and how you can build these elements naturally into your meals without restriction or stress. Once the fire of inflammation starts to calm down, your body begins a quiet and remarkable process. Rebuilding, the veins that were once swollen and fragile begin to regain their strength. The intestinal walls become more elastic. The tissues that were sore and inflamed slowly start to heal. But to make this process work, and to make it last, your body needs the right materials. Think of it like repairing a house after a storm. You can't just sweep the floors and expect it to hold. You need bricks, wood, and structure. Inside your body, those bricks are proteins, minerals, and collagen, the raw materials that give your veins and tissues the power to resist future stress. And here's something fascinating. Your body is designed to regenerate. Every single day, your cells are replaced, renewed, rebuilt. The lining of your intestines, for example, regenerates completely every few days. The question is, are you giving it the tools it needs to rebuild strong, or are you starving it of resources? One of the most effective tools for repair is collagen. the structural protein that gives flexibility to your veins and firmness to your skin. When collagen levels drop, the vein walls become weaker and less elastic, which makes hemorrhoids more likely to return. Collagen isn't just something found in expensive supplements. You can nourish your body's natural collagen production with simple foods like wild salmon, eggs, and bone broth. Bone broth, in particular, has been used for generations as a natural remedy for everything from joint pain to digestive discomfort. Slowly simmering bones extracts not only collagen, but also amino acids like glycine and proline, both of which support tissue repair and calm inflammation. A cup of warm bone broth in the evening, especially with a squeeze of lemon, is more than comfort food. It's restoration in a cup. For those who prefer a plant-based path, collagen production can be supported naturally with foods rich in vitamin C, oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, and even broccoli. Vitamin C acts as a catalyst, telling your body to convert amino acids into collagen fibers. Without it, the process simply doesn't happen. That's why adding a small serving of fresh fruit or vegetables rich in vitamin C to your meals is so important. It's not just a healthy habit, it's the trigger that starts repair from the inside. And there's another nutrient that plays an essential role: zinc. This mineral is like a foreman on a construction site. It coordinates the repair process. Without zinc, wounds take longer to heal, tissues stay fragile, and inflammation lingers. You'll find zinc in pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, lentils, and lean meats. These simple foods strengthen your body's natural rebuilding cycle day after day. Hydration, though, is the foundation that holds it all together. Many people think of water as just something to quench thirst, but it's actually the transport system of your body. It carries nutrients to cells, flushes toxins, and keeps everything flexible, including the veins. Dehydration is one of the most common but overlooked causes of hemorrhoid flare-ups. When your body doesn't have enough water, the intestines draw moisture from your stool to stay hydrated. That's when stools become hard, dry, and painful to pass, and when pressure builds in the rectal veins. The solution isn't just drinking more water randomly, but drinking it consistently. Start your day with a glass of warm water with lemon. Drink small amounts throughout the day, not just during meals, and avoid relying on caffeine or soda as sources of hydration. They do the opposite. They drain your reserves. Even the temperature of your water matters. Ice-cold water shocks your digestive system and can cause constriction. Room temperature or slightly warm water, on the other hand, relaxes the intestinal muscles and supports smoother elimination. Now let's talk about one of nature's best lubricants, healthy fats. Your digestive tract is like a long, intricate slide. Without lubrication, friction causes irritation, inflammation, and slow movement. Healthy fats, such as those from avocados, olive oil, and almonds, coat the digestive lining, helping food move easily and preventing strain. They also provide essential omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. Think of olive oil not as seasoning, but as medicine. A tablespoon a day, whether drizzled on vegetables or mixed with a squeeze of lemon, can soften the stool, improve circulation, and calm irritation around the veins. Avocados, too, are worth their reputation. Beyond their creamy taste, they deliver magnesium, potassium, and fiber, a trio that keeps the bowels moving naturally. Just half an avocado a day can make a difference you feel in less than a week. Together, these nutrients, collagen, vitamin C, zinc, hydration, and healthy fats, create the foundation for long-term healing. They don't just stop the pain, they make your system resilient. Because healing is not just about recovery, it's about prevention. The goal isn't to never feel discomfort again, but to help your body reach a state where it's naturally resistant to inflammation and pressure. And this is where lifestyle meets nutrition. Healing hemorrhoids naturally is not only about what you eat, but how you live while you eat. Eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, sitting in a calm environment. These simple acts allow your digestive system to work efficiently, without tension or strain. Think about the contrast between eating a rushed meal at your desk and eating slowly at the table. One fills your stomach, the other nourishes your body. Your intestines can feel that difference. Your veins can feel it. When you combine these small acts with the right foods, your system begins to synchronize again. Your digestion flows, inflammation recedes, and what used to be pain becomes just another natural rhythm. And now that your body has begun to rebuild itself, it's time to guide it into lasting balance. The stage where healing turns into transformation. That's what we'll explore in the final part. How to live in a way that keeps you pain-free long-term, with a realistic routine that fits your lifestyle, and how just 2 days of conscious eating can reset your body completely. By now, you understand what your body has been trying to tell you. Pain, swelling, or bleeding are not random. They're signals, reminders that your system needs care, hydration, and rhythm. But once you listen, once you start to feed your body what it truly needs, something changes. The pain eases, the urgency fades. You start to feel like yourself again, only lighter, calmer, more balanced. Still, the question remains, how do you turn all this knowledge into action? How do you make it simple enough to follow even when life gets busy? The answer is what I call the 48-hour healing reset, a short, focused window that allows your body to rest, recover, and restart. It's not a diet or detox. It's a rhythm of nourishment and calm. The reset begins the moment you wake up. Before you reach for your phone, before you check your messages, drink a full glass of warm water with a slice of lemon. This single act wakes up your digestion, tells your liver it's time to release toxins, and prepares your intestines to move gently throughout the day. Then, take 5 quiet minutes to breathe. No rush, no tension. Just let your body settle into awareness. Healing starts in stillness. For breakfast, think soft, soothing, and hydrating. A warm bowl of oatmeal topped with banana and a few blueberries is perfect. It gives your intestines soluble fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, everything your veins and tissues crave to begin repair. If you prefer something savory, a soft-boiled egg with avocado and olive oil on whole-grain toast works beautifully. Both options are warm, gentle, and restorative. Around mid-morning, reach for a glass of water or herbal tea. Chamomile, ginger, or mint can ease inflammation and improve circulation. If you feel a bit hungry, have a handful of raw almonds or a few slices of papaya, light foods that keep your energy steady without stress on your digestion. For lunch, go for balance. A piece of baked salmon or grilled chicken paired with steamed spinach and roasted sweet potatoes provides everything. Omega-3s for inflammation, iron for circulation, and fiber for movement. If you're plant-based, swap the meat for lentils or chickpeas with quinoa and olive oil. The point isn't perfection, it's nourishment. As the afternoon unfolds, remember movement is medicine too. Take a 5-minute walk, stretch your legs, or just stand up and roll your shoulders. Every bit of motion reactivates your circulation and takes pressure off the lower veins. Healing requires blood flow, and blood flow requires movement. Gentle, consistent, conscious movement. Dinner should be the lightest meal of the day. A bowl of vegetable soup with olive oil and a slice of whole-grain bread is ideal. Add a sprinkle of turmeric or ginger for anti-inflammatory support. Avoid heavy, fried, or spicy foods at night. They keep your body working when it should be resting. Before bed, have a cup of warm almond or oat milk with a pinch of cinnamon. This signals your body to relax, lowers cortisol, and supports deep restorative sleep. Because the truth is, healing happens while you rest. Follow this simple rhythm for 2 days, and you'll feel the difference. The bathroom stops being a place of fear and turns back into what it was meant to be, a natural rhythm of release. The bloating, the pressure, the discomfort, they begin to fade as your body finds its flow again. You start to notice other changes too. Clearer skin, lighter mood, more energy, better sleep. It's all connected. When your digestion flows, your whole life flows. But beyond this 48-hour reset, the real transformation happens in your mindset. It's the moment you stop seeing your body as the enemy and start treating it like an ally. The moment you realize that healing doesn't come from fighting your symptoms, it comes from listening to them. Because every twinge of pain, every bit of discomfort, was your body trying to communicate. Slow down. Breathe. Feed me what I need. And once you respond with compassion, not punishment, not guilt, just care, the body always responds. It's been waiting for you to notice. So if you've been living with this quiet pain for years, let this be your turning point. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Start with one small act of awareness. A healthy breakfast, a glass of water, 5 minutes of breathing. Healing is not a race, it's a rhythm. And if this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs it. You'd be surprised how many people silently endure this same struggle, thinking they're alone. They're not. None of us are. Subscribe to this channel to continue your journey of natural healing and self-awareness. Each week we explore how the simplest choices, the ones hiding in plain sight, can transform your health and your life. Remember this: your body isn't broken. It's brilliant. It's adaptable. It knows how to heal. All it needs is your attention, your patience, and your trust. Your healing begins with the next meal you choose, and with the decision to finally listen.